The idea of evolution is one that has captivated this biosphere since Lamarck first suggested that species could and have changed over time. Since then, scientists have studied ancient evidence of species evolvement in order to create a better understanding of present species lineages, including our own. In order to trace back the lineages to modern day species, scientists look back at the cladogram to the greatest distinctive categories and attempt to link them to a time or species that first initiated those categories. One cause of a rather important category in our history is the separation of the vertebrates and invertebrates. Paleontologists have theorized that the separation of these species dates back to 600 million years ago. Studies within the last few decades have helped narrow down and develop this theory. In the 1970s, a 2-inch long fish was discovered by Dr. Conway Morris. Dr. Morris published a journal about the fish in 2008, hypothesizing that the fish was an early vertebrate or a close relative, dating back to 505 million years ago. However, his studies were inconclusive because of the limited fossil remnants found at that time. Moreover, in 2012, fossil excursions within the Canadian Rockies, led by Dr. Jean-Bernard Caron, discovered this fish in abundance, and after much discussion between evolutionists, it is now believed to be one of the Earth's eldest common ancestors for the vertebrate lineage. The fish is called Metaspriggina walcotti. There are several common traits that relate Metaspriggina to modern-day vertebrates. The most noted of these is the notochord, stretching from its eyes to its tail. The notochord is a rod of cartilage that enabled the Metaspriggina's body to stay stiff as it maneuvered fluidly through water. This rod would act as a modern-day spinal cord, necessary for vertebrate movement. This spinal-like organ is of particular interest to evolutionists because human embryos possess a similar structure during early development, which later matures into parts of a spinal cord. Other noted traits of Metaspriggina are the presence of modern-day organs such as a liver, nose, eyes, and W-shaped blocks of muscles. Due to Metaspriggina's absent jaws and teeth, and its eyes atop its head, it's been perceived to likely have been the prey instead of the predator, filtering bottom sea particles to obtain nutrients and easily able to see threats from above. Common theories of evolution could argue that the presence of eyes contributed to the survival rate of Metaspriggina, since they were able to see predators and therefore would have been a favorable trait, meaning that ancestors of Metaspriggina species would also have eyes. However, because it is difficult to determine the structure of Metaspriggina's head from soft fossilized bones, it is not entirely known if the animal fed on particles or even other types of foods. Metaspriggina also contained many similar features as modern-day fish do. It consisted of several W-shaped muscles which anatomically match the layout of modern-day fish. It also contains 6 pairs of gills, which were supported by blocks of cartilage. However, uniquely enough, 2 extra blocks of cartilage on the fish do not seem to have been used as gills, and are believed to be a precursor to jaws within modern-day fish. Due to the current abundance of over 40 fossils of Metaspriggina, it is almost easier to say that they are the ancestors of millions of present-day vertebrate species. However, science is only justified by what has been discovered thus far. Whether Metaspriggina's similar traits are homologous or analogous to the traits of vertebrate species, we do not know for sure. Until more evidence is found and developed from these soft-bodied aquatic organisms, it cannot be concluded that we or any other specific vertebrate species evolved from them.